Welcome back to the Dividend Diplomats YouTube channel, everyone. You got Lanny and Bird here, the Dividend Diplomats. We are very excited today to talk to you about one of our favorite stocks in our portfolio.
Smash that subscribe button. Give Bert and I a thumbs up. You heard it first. Bert's favorite stock, his beloved dividend stock over here. We can't wait to talk to you about some news that was dropped, what it may mean, and also another big release that is coming towards the end of the week.
Yeah, this is a major week for this company. It's going to be in the news a lot. There are going to be a lot of investors watching. Some people are going to be concerned to see what happens with the potential sale of one of their assets. Some people like us have been eagerly awaiting news about the dividend and what may happen in 2021. They've kept us on the edge of our seat. So we are going to be watching. We're going to be covering them. And you bet we're going to be tweeting about it as soon as we hear the news.
So this company obviously is AT&T. Ticker symbol T. One of the biggest telecommunication companies out there and one of the highest yielding, still currently, dividend aristocrats there is, with a yield over 7%. And Bert, give us a summary of kind of 2020 for them.
It was an interesting 2020 for AT&T, as with every company. The major news surrounding the company is how they are transforming from the old communications company into a company built for 2021. They're really trying to grow their wireless providers, be a major player in the 5G networks, but also they launched HBO Max, so they're taking on Verizon in one arena, then they're also taking on Disney Plus, Netflix, Amazon Video in another.
Not just HBO, but they're taking HBO to the max.
And that's how we like all our investments. We want our investments pushing it up a level and taking it to that max.
But then also the big thing in 2020 is that AT&T failed to deliver a December dividend increase that they usually do every single year.
Ooh, I know that really threw us for a loop when we saw it. That was probably one of the angrier text messages I've gotten from Lanny.
Yeah, that's a stone cold stunner to AT&T right there.
Yeah, and the company had debt concerns. People have always talked about their large balance sheet. And one of the things that keeps coming up is what's going to happen with their dividend now and in the future. There was some silver lining, though, and that's why we're talking about the company this week. They didn't increase in December. They have some major news that are going to impact their cash flows going forward. But they also said on January 27th, when they release earnings, the company is going to provide us with an update on their capital allocation plan, aka what may happen with their dividend.
Now, what we covered in our first video was really about HBO Max and all these big hit theatrical films coming directly to HBO Max. So much so that the subscriber base is actually approaching, and I'm sure it's already crossed, around 40 million subscribers.
Yeah, that continues to grow, and that's huge news for AT&T, as it is their flagline subscription and continue recurring revenue in the future.
You know, we initially talked about Wonder Woman, one of Bert's favorite, superheroes. He wears the outfit all the time. Him and his wife share it every once in a while. And, that was just a tease of what can actually happen with these types of releases.
Yeah, and it went well for Wonder Woman. A lot of people subscribed. There was a lot of interest to see the release of the movie. Some people didn't like the movie. I still haven't watched it. I don't really care how many people like the movie or not. What matters is it performed well in the box office and it drove a lot of subscribers to HBO Max.
Bird just cares about that dividend payment right now.
Yeah, right now that's all I'm really focused on is what on earth is happening with my passive income.
So this video today here in January, again, this video is coming out, right before the January 27th release from AT&T. And we wanted to talk about the DirectTV deal because more news just got released, here on January 22nd, a few days ago. And Bert, what was that news with DirectTV that AT&T now is considering from this other group?
Yeah, for years they have been teasing the sale of DirectTV. That's
years, since Bert was 5, now he's 7.
Yeah, I was gonna say they bought DirectTV, and I think they were immediately looking to sell DirectTV right after they bought it.
That's a great business model.
Yeah, we churn. They're trying to get that extra 20 to 25% premium, flip it. They find it at the garage sale. Except what they did was they bought it for a premium at the garage sale.
Yeah, for $48+ billion they bought DirectTV.
Yeah, and now some of the reported sale prices are $15 billion plus debt, which we talked about in one of our last videos.
But this one's different.
Yes.
So who's the big player here?
The big player here is TPG, a private equity group, and they're in talks to buy a minority stake for DirectTV. So
No price yet on this.
no, we're expecting there to be a lot of news, and there may be something that even comes out before this video is published. But this could change because it might not be a full sale of DirectTV anymore. It might just be a minority investor,
Right.
which gets cash in the door for AT&T, which they can use to pay down debt.
And they still get some sort of recurring cash flow from the DirectTV asset that they have. So this private equity group now is in talks with AT&T to buy this stake. Now, what could be considered in here, though, as well, I'm wondering, and what I read in a few articles from Reuters and a few others, is that there could be preferred stock in this deal as well.
That would be a very interesting wrinkle to see what happens.
Yeah, so then again, that would hurt AT&T's cash flow, but I'm sure if it wasn't a net positive benefit from AT&T, you would think management would not do it, especially with the new management that is there right now.
Yeah, that was really focused on cleaning up the balance sheet, pushing things forward. They want to figure out the perfect solution here for this DirectTV. They don't want this albatross hanging over the company anymore. So yeah, if it is preferred stock, so be it. We just want some answers so we can know what's going to happen in the future.
I mean, first AT&T sold their anime, piece towards the end of 2020. So now again, this management team is trying to solve and dissolve some more assets they don't want. We all are looking forward to the DirectTV piece being finished. Now, if you're a DirectTV customer, Bert, what did AT&T just do to your price here a few days ago?
So they actually just increased your price on DirectTV. So as in a joke and say, maybe that's going to make this minority stake a little more valuable if there's going to be higher cash flow coming from it. But
or another quick exit for customers currently still using DirectTV.
Yeah, because prices are increasing, get people off of DirectTV and onto their other platforms too.
That could be a reason.
Yeah, I mean, it's not great news from the consumer side. They still, again, have to figure out what they want to do with DirectTV. They have some mixed signals, and maybe we'll have some answers here as the news of this sale.
See, Bert's in a relationship with AT&T. He doesn't want the mixed signals. He wants to know what he's getting into here.
Yeah, I just really don't mess around anymore. I think that's what it comes down to. I just want the cold, hard facts. I want to know my dividends. I don't want to receive dividend cuts. I don't want stagnant dividends. I want to see them increase. I want to know. They're making me wait for way too long to know what's happening today.
So again, AT&T, big discussion with TPG, private equity group to sell a stake in DirectTV. And what's to come here on January 27th? More HBO Max discussion. There's going to be dividend talk, capital allocation discussion. And Bert, there's another big point that we're not even talking about. This big thing with communications right now, with Verizon, T-Mobile, what else is happening?
Oh, you're talking about the 5G auctions, aren't you?
I am.
I mean, they were a part of those major 5G auctions where they're going to incur a lot of debt to improve their 5G to make it so that they were one of the top 5G networks out there. Verizon was the largest spender, which we covered in our Verizon video a few weeks ago. AT&T was right behind them. It's all about getting to be the top in that wireless sector.
So with this announcement, the stock price to AT&T really didn't do much. It's still hanging around that $28.50 to $29.50 stock price, which is giving you a yield of well over 7%, close to 7.2% right now. Again, the dividend is safe. The payout ratio is below, I think, 70% right now, in that 65% range.
Yep.
Price to earnings is showing signs still of undervaluation for AT&T.
Yep.
What else do you know, and how else do you feel about AT&T with the news about the TPG and all this other stuff?
I mean, I really want to see this earnings release on January 27th. What we're going to learn there is obviously how the company's performed, but they're going to talk about the subscriber growth of HBO Max. They're going to talk about how much their wireless customers have grown. We're going to learn more about DirectTV because that's why this is happening in conjunction. If there's a major investor, you got to disclose that with the earnings release. They're going to talk about this capital allocation. So those are really the big things for me. How are they going to spend their money? Are they going to focus on paying down debt? When are we going to get the dividend increase? How much has their HBO Max subscribers grown with the major movie release announcements that happened in the fourth quarter and the preview of Wonder Woman? And then how much is their wireless growing and how much did they spend on this 5G auction?
I think what the viewers are curious is, Bert, kind of what's your stance with your current position with AT&T and what are your plans to buy or plans to sell AT&T?
I'm going to hold AT&T right now. I already have a large position. So that's the thing. I have a pretty full position for my portfolio. I receive a very nice amount of dividend income from the company. I'm content.
Dividend's coming up in February.
Yeah. So I want to see, I'm not going to be buying because I have a full position. What about you, Lanny?
Are you reinvesting your dividends?
Yeah, of course. I reinvest all my dividends
All
right
about
now.
the drip?
Yeah, I want to get more fractional shares, more dividend income as well. What about you?
You know, for those that have read the articles and seen the videos, you know, I've been actually buying some Verizon stock, ticker symbol VZ, kind of just to complement my already large position with AT&T. In fact, AT&T pays my individual taxable account well over $500+ in dividends per year.
A lot of money right there.
So, you know, yeah, definitely I have a full hearty position there. I'm holding, I'm reinvesting dividends. Still a great company, great cash flow machine. So not buying right now. You know, if it hits into the, below 27, you know, 26 to 27, if it somehow gets down to that, I'll start looking.
Yeah, I think that's fair. So please, in the comment section, let us know what you're doing about AT&T. And I also want to hear, what do you want to see in this earnings release? What are the key metrics that you're going to be looking for as you evaluate your AT&T position?
Again, if you haven't already, subscribe to our channel so you can hear more of Big Bird over here and Lanny. Like this video if you enjoyed it. Please share your feedback in the comments below. This is Bert and Lanny from the Dividend Diplomats.
Over and out.